Good morning, dear students. This is Shruti ma'am, Modern English School, New Area, Navada. Class 10, as per your routine, today you are having the chapter that is the Black Aeroplane. And though the writer's name is not there in your book, but I am telling the name of the writer of this chapter is Frederick Forsyth. Frederick, that is Frederick, and Forsyth, Forsyth. This is the name of the writer and it must be there in your fair copy. The black aeroplane, here we will see that one pilot, when he had started his journey that from France to England, from Paris to England, then the weather and the sky was clear, and that there was a moon in the sky, and the bright stars were also there, and it was almost midnight. That when the pilot he saw his watch, then he found that it was 1:30 a.m. Obviously it was midnight, and the pilot was very happy because he was expecting that within on time he will reach at that and will be able to join his family, and in the morning he will get a very nice breakfast over there. And so the pilot was very happy and very much satisfied. And the pilot, there are some formalities when they are flying on that over the that on in the sky. Then what is that control room, the plane that the pilot he had started from Paris, France. Paris is the capital of France. From Paris he had started, so he had to contact with Paris control room, and when he had made the contact, then and the name of the plane was Dakota, and the condition of the plane was very old, so that's why the pilot was telling it was an old Dakota. And what was the that all the planes, they are having their specific numbers, and what was the number of this plane, that is DS088. And that when he was there in the sky, then he told that Paris control, Dakota DS088 here. Then can you hear me? Then I am on my way to England, over. Then from the control room, Paris control room, they also that replied that DS088, I can hear you. You ought to turn 12 degree west now. DS088 over. So from Paris to England, when he had to move, then he had to turn his plane that is 12 degree west. Okay, so that from control room, that the instruction that it had been given. So that from the radio from control room, that he heard the voice and he had done accordingly. And almost half an hour when he had Paris was there, that at the back of the pilot, 150 kilometer that already he had covered. And then suddenly he saw that there is a huge cloud in front of him. So that almost he was that there was no way to go back, because that this pilot, he wanted to reach, he wanted to go to his family. So that what to do, that then what he had done, he has just started jumped into the cloud, and then it was all black. I ought to go back to Paris, but I thought, but I wanted to get home. According to the pilot, we are getting over here. I thought and flew that old Dakota straight into the storm. So what the pilot had done, that he, though he could go back to save his life and the passenger's life, but he did not do that. He jumped into the storm. And then and there, what happened, that everything that became black, totally black, and inside the clouds everything was suddenly black, and it was impossible to see anything. So it was storm and it was totally black, so how the pilot would be able to see anything over there? So he told that it was impossible to see anything over there. So the old airplane jumped into the air and started twisting, and I looked at the compass and I could not believe. Then what happened, that all the that instruments, that they stopped working. Means that the instruments in the plane which will help the pilot to control his plane, that everything was that out of order. So that the compass was turning round and round and round. That means when the compass is turning round and round and round, means it is not showing that the direction which way he was moving. So the compass, the radio, everything, the all the instruments that in the plane, everything was that out of order. Means that helplessly now, that this pilot, he had to, he was waiting for that the worst situation, anything worst can be happen now. Paris control, he wanted to that make contact with that Paris control room, but from there also he got no response. So now you can understand, you can feel that up above the air, that high over there in the sky, that it was dark cloud, it was storm, and the condition of the plane was that not so much good, because it was an old Dakota plane. And so that the pilot was totally lost his way, and the plane also, that inside the plane all the instruments also were failed, also were not working. So I saw, so everything was totally black. Suddenly when that the pilot, he was totally gave up that all the hope, then suddenly he saw another aeroplane. Now you think that when the pilot was telling, that old Dakota pilot, he was telling that there was nothing visible because it was totally black, but he is telling that he could see another aeroplane, and inside the aeroplane the pilot was there, it was visible, and the pilot was indicating this pilot, that old Dakota pilot, that follow me. That means that this pilot was that wanted to save this pilot, old Dakota pilot. Follow me, he was saying, follow me. He knows that I am lost. I thought he is trying to help me. So now what happened? He turned his aeroplane slowly to the north in front of my Dakota. So that how that this old Dakota was escaped. So slowly he had turned the plane towards north in front of my Dakota, so that I would be it would be easier for me to follow him. So that the another plane who was trying to save this plane, he went in front of this old Dakota, and he was turning his that direction towards north. And after half an hour, the strange black aeroplane was still there in front of me in the cloud. So that unknown plane, that the pilot of the plane who was helping this pilot, this plane, half an hour he was flying in front of this plane. There was only enough fuel, and that pilot, the pilot of old Dakota, he checked the fuel, because fuel is very much necessary. And when he checked the fuel, then he found that there was only enough fuel in the old Dakota's last tank. to fly for 5 or 10 minutes. So how much time that the old Dakota pilot he could be flying? Then it was 5 to 10 minutes. So I was starting to feel frightened again. So 5 to 10 minutes means what? That immediately this plane should be land. But that he did not know the way, he did not know where to go. So but then he started to go down and I followed through the storm. Then what happened? When that the pilot of the old Dakota plane, he that checked the fuel and he found that only 5 to 10 minutes that fuel that was there to fly. Then he was again scared, he was again that frightened, that means again loss of hope. But suddenly he saw that the plane who was guiding him in front of him, suddenly that plane was moving downwards. That means what? Suddenly I came out of the cloud and saw two long straight lines of that's two straight lights. Two straight lights means what? It was aerodrome. That means that the pilot, that the plane of that old Dakota, it was saved. So an aeroplane, I was safe. I turned to look for my friend in the black aeroplane, but the sky was empty. So now he is sure that he had been saved. He had been escaped by he could escape himself from that danger, from that storm. And obviously he could not save himself, but he could save himself with the help of that pilot of that black aeroplane. So but when he turned back, he wanted to see the pilot, but suddenly he saw that nobody was there, nothing was there, neither the plane nor the pilot. So there was nothing there. The black aeroplane was gone. I could not see it anywhere. He could not see the stress of that black aeroplane. I landed and was not sorry to walk away from the old Dakota near the control tower. I went and asked a woman in the control center where I was and who the other pilot was. I wanted to say thank you. So you can imagine the situation that the pilot was completely in danger, and from that complete danger, complete helplessness, the pilot of the black aeroplane, he had saved his life. So naturally that he was very much grateful, he was very much thankful. So he wanted to smile, or to by any means he wanted to show him his gratitude, his that thankfulness. But when he saw that but he could not see anyone, so he landed over there and without being sorry. Why he was not sorry? Because that he was not able to show his gratitude or his thankfulness to the pilot. That's why he could be sorry, but he was not sorry. Why he was not sorry? Because this was not the time to waste. He had to learn, and that he will get enough time to show his gratitude, to show his thankfulness to the pilot. Because when that the moment he will go to the control room and he will ask that the person from the control room that who was there, the pilot, and what was the another that aeroplane. And he had done that. He went to the control room, and the lady who was there, he asked that lady who was the another pilot. But the lady told that it was strange, it was surprising that except this old Dakota, that DS-088, no other plane was there, and no question of that any pilot or any plane over there, only the one plane. This was the old Dakota, that DS-088 only was there. So and who helped me to arrive there safely without a compass or a radio. So now the pilot is thinking, then who the what was exactly that what happened with him. So it was a miracle, it was a very strange thing that according to the radar, according to the control room, that there was nobody, but he was saved by some pilot, by some black aeroplane. So he was started thinking, who was that person, who was that, what exactly happened with him. So actually that this is a puzzle, that what happened actually. So I can tell you that the explanation, that he was a pilot and he knew the route very well. So it was his conscience, it was his inner self that who saved himself from the danger. We all are having sixth sense, inner sense, and when we are in a deep danger, in a very that dangerous moment, then our sixth sense, our inner sense helps us to overcome the dangerous situation. The same thing happened with this pilot. Actually he was a regular goer, he was a regular traveler of this route. So he knew very well, but he was frightened, he was panicked, but his inner self, his sixth sense helped him in the disguise of that black aeroplane and the pilot. Actually nobody was there, it was his illusion that he had seen somebody else, and some other pilot, some other plane had helped him. Actually it was his inner self. Okay, so you read the book, obviously you that watch the video, and then if you face any problem, you that inform me, you ask me, you tell me. And the students, actually you are very much eager to that do the live classes. I also want to take live classes, but I think you will understand, when I will make video, it will be easy for each and every student to see. Everybody will be able to hear or watch the video or to get everything. And the most of the students, they are not now joining also, but still I will take your live class. Some actually network problem is going on nowadays, so that's why also I am not taking your live classes. Okay, so watch the video, stay safe, and do your work properly in your fair copy. Thank you.